Hi, welcome back. I wanted to take a few minutes to make a video about the most confusing part of the entire process, getting your correct measurements. Now, you may choose to have a friend help you with this, and that's totally fine, but there are a few things that are going to drastically affect your measurements. First and foremost, whenever you choose your tape measure, make sure that it's a flexible one, okay? So not the one from the hardware store that just unrolls itself in and back up again. And you're gonna wanna pull that completely taut across you. So for instance, if I wanted to take my full bust measurement, I would find exactly where my two pieces meet up here across the fullest part of my bust. And if I have a friend helping me, I'm gonna see that it's completely level across. This is often hard to see on yourself. So if you're measuring yourself, please do it in front of a mirror and make sure that it's like you're cutting a direct line all the way through yourself in segments as you go down. It's very important that you don't have drooping, okay? So remember that, pull it nice and taut, straight across every time. Now, the other thing that's going to drastically affect your fit and your measurements that you submit are what you're wearing when you measure yourself. And that's both on the outside and underneath your clothes. Okay, so I wouldn't want to measure myself in this apron and the dress underneath. It's going to add quite a bit to my actual size. And that means if I ordered something according to these measurements, it would come out a bit too big. So when you measure yourself, think about what you're wearing with the garment that you would like to have made. In a lot of cases, you might choose to wear a modern bra if you do wear a bra. Okay, when I say a modern bra, I mean one just like this that you find at any store. Okay, so this is going to give you separation in the breast, and it may or may not be padded. This is helpful to measure yourself in, because it's not going to add a lot of bulk to your actual body measurement. So this is always a good choice. If you're quite busty and you would like some kind of support underneath your garment, but you're not ready to go into something very heavy duty yet, you may choose a long line bra. Now this one is pretty easy to find online. It's called the Goddess bra, and you'll notice that it's completely lace. So that means it's not adding any bulk anywhere, but it's going to go right underneath and down to about your natural waist, okay? So this is a really great option for if you're quite busty. If you have a small chest, this is not necessary for you. The other thing that you may consider is that you might like to wear a modern bra, but you would still like to have that control underneath without necessarily something like a Spanx that's going to go completely over you. And then you may choose to get a girdle or a waspy. This one is from What Katie Did. You'll see another one of their garments in just a moment. I love it. This is something that you can get yourself in and out of very easily because it opens and closes at the front. Okay, so this is a great option that doesn't add a lot of bulk. Now my absolute favorite undergarment, and the one that I'm wearing most of the time, including right now, it's in every photo you've seen on the website as well as all of my social media, is also from What Katie Did, and this is what's called a Merry Widow. So this is a combination of a strapless bra, you can get straps to put on top, as well as a control garment that goes all the way down through the waist. And this has very small spiral steel bones, but it's stretchy, and again, opens and closes in the front so that you can get yourself in and out very easily, and you don't have to worry about pulling things like you do with Spanx. I can't stress enough how much I hate those. Chimmy the studio cat says hello. But the last main ingredient that you're gonna need to know about comes after all of these undergarments that we've just seen. This is what gives you that perfect 1950s flared look, and that is your petticoat or crinoline. So this one is my absolute favorite. This is the tulle petticoat that's made by Malco Modes. I will tell you, not all petticoats are created equal. If you would look around on Amazon and you see the $20 ones, usually I think by like Grace Karen, just don't, okay? These actually have bound ends, and it helps them to flare out, and they're incredibly long lasting. So it's actually worth it to just pay a little bit more up front. I use the same one every single time. So there's no need for me to have 3, 4, 12 of these. I have the one, and that's all I ever need. So all of these things put together are what help your garment look its best. That being said, there are a couple of other questions that I might ask you specifically about your experience. And that has to do with, do you know where your event is if you're going to an event? Is this outside? Are you in a hot climate? Are you in a cold climate? All of these things, have a think about them before you get in touch with me, because it can really help in the design process with us figuring out exactly what kind of materials and what silhouettes are going to work best for you. And once you have an idea of the kind of silhouette you want, you can go back to this video and look at the different undergarment types and try something out. Measure yourself in those. See how it changes. Our measurements change from day to day, and sometimes even during the day. Not massively, but a little bit here and there. So it's good to get comfortable with the fact that numbers are gonna look a little bit different each time that you do them. That being said, it is incredibly important that you double check your measurements before you submit them to me. I can only work with what you send in, okay? And I want you to have the best experience possible. So please make sure that you are comfortable that your numbers are accurate. This also comes back into a question I get a lot of. Let's say, for instance, I wear a US size 12 in jeans. Can you simply make me something that fits that size? The answer is a resounding no. Jean sizes, standard, small, medium, and large, and even number sizes from mass market manufacturers do not in any way correlate to your body size and shape in the way that something made for you does. So knowing your jean size is not going to necessarily help you in this process. Don't be afraid of your numbers. Okay, I want to say that one more time. Don't be afraid of your numbers. They are simply a way for me to understand what kind of space and needs that you have. No one will ever know your measurements except for me and you. And I can promise you, I don't commit them to memory. I double check them all the time. So there's no need to feel like there's ever going to be a moment of my body is too big, my body is too round, my body is too square. Your body is gorgeous, and I want to make sure that you feel that way when you wear a piece from me. So take pride in your numbers. They are yours, and they are only yours, and I can't wait to make something to fit them. See ya!